Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is June 2006 of paper 1. Alright, let's move on to question number 1. Here we have express 0.527 as a percentage. So you just have to take the number and multiply by 100. 52.7, that will be the percentage. Now for part B, evaluate this one. So it is 5.6 divided by 0.08. So what you can do is you have to move 2 decimal place. We have to move 2 decimal place as well. Becomes 560 divided by 8. 81, that will be 70. 70 is your answer. Now for part 2, part 1, we have to solve this one. As you can see, the base is different. We have to find the LCM. So 7 times 3. And then we have to cross multiply. So 6 times 3 is 18 minus 7. That will be 11 over 21. That will be your answer for part A. Now for this one, we have to multiply. So we can just do this directly. So 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 9 is 45. So that one was pretty easy. So this is your answer for question number 2. Now question number 3, the rate of exchange between pounds and dollars is this much. Now part 1, calculate the number of dollars received in exchange for 120 pounds. So pretty easy. It will be 2.8 times 120 for the number of dollars received. So 0 goes away. That'll be 0, 16, 5. That'll be 0, 8, and 2. So 0, 0, 6. 5 plus 8 will be 13, 3. So we have 2 decimal place. So we have this as your answer, 3, 3, 6. Now for part B, find the number of pounds received for exchange of $224. So we know that $2.80 equal to 1 pound. It's given to us here. Now for 224, there's no decimal here. It becomes 1 divided by 2.8 times 224. So we have to move 2 decimal place. We have to add 2 zeros. Become 22400 divided by 280. So this one goes away. Divide by let's do divide by 2. Why not? Divide by 2, we have 14. 1120. Divide by 2 again, we have 7. Divide by 2, we have 5. We have 160. That'll be 1. The answer will be 80. So that will be 80 pounds. That is part B. Now for question number 4, complete the statements in the answer. So this number correct to 1SF will be 5, then 0, 0, 0. Now this number correct to is this, so it will be correct to 3SF. Okay, I hope that was pretty straightforward. So I can explain. So this one correct to 1SF, you have to write the first number down as this. And then you see that this number is more than 5, so you have to add 1. That's why it becomes 5, and then the rest becomes 0. This one, as you can see, we have the first 3 numbers. First 3 numbers are the same. This one became 0, so you have to throw a 3. That's why it was 3. Now, question number 5. A journey of 170 kilometers took 4 hours and 1 over 4 hours. Now, calculate the average speed in this. So as you know, speed is equal to distance by time. Distance is 170 divided by time. So expand this, that will be 4 times 4 is 16. That will be 17 over 4. So 17 divided by 4, which is equal to 170 times 4 divided by 17. This will be 1. This will be 10. So the answer is 40 km per hour for the speed. Now for part B, potatoes cost 75 cents per kilogram, so 75 cents for 1 kg. Now, John paid 120 for a bag of potatoes. How many kilos did he buy? Okay, so 120. So we know that this is 1 kg. So 120, how much he would get? He will get 1 kg divided by this times 1.20. So we can move 2 decimal place. We have to move 2 as well. We have 120 divided by 75. Divided by 5, we have what? That will be 1, 2, actually 2, that will be 5. Divided by 5 will be 2, 4, can divide by 3. We will have 8, we will have 5. So 8 over 5, 1, be 1, 0 point. So we have 3 remaining, that will be 6. So the answer is 1.6. So he bought 1.6 kg. Now for question number 6, it is given that p equal to this fraction. Describe the relationship between p and q in words by completing the sentence. So as you can see, p is inversely. Why? Because as you can see, q is divide, so it is below, it is the denominator, that's why it is inversely. Now part B, calculate the value of q when p equal to 4. So pretty easy, replace p as this, so p 4, that will be 12 square root of q. So now we have to cross multiply, we have to bring this here, become square root of q equal to 12 divided by 4, that is 3. So q becomes 3 square, which is 9. The answer will be 9. Moving on to question 7. A dealer sold a painting for $800. She made a profit of 25% on the price she paid for it. What price she paid for it? So basically what happens is, for this price, this selling price, she has a profit of 125. So it means that 125% is this, because she made a profit of 25%. So we have to find the price she paid. The price she paid will be back to the normal price, which is 100%. So you have to take this divided by 125 times 100. Divide by 5, we will have 25. That will be 1360. That'll be 1, that'll be 4. That will be 0, 54, 540. So the price he paid was $540 for the painting. Now we have question number 8. The time difference between Brunei and London is 7 hours. That's the time difference. So when it is 7 p.m. in Brunei, it is 12 in London. Okay, so the time in London is earlier than the time in Brunei. So Brunei is 7 hours ahead. Okay, we just have to know this. So when it is 3:30 in Brunei, what time is it in London? So 3:30 in the morning, it is as if, so we know that 3:30 in the morning can also be written as 24 plus 3:30, because 24 is just midnight past. That will be 27:30. So minus 7, because it is 7 hours ahead, you will have 30:20. So the time in London will be 20:30. Now for part B, an aircraft leaves Brunei at 6:30 local time. So Brunei at 6:30. Okay. It arrives at Dubai at 10 p.m. So Dubai at 10 p.m. This is p.m. Now the flight took 7.5 hours. So this is Dubai local time, so 7.5 hours. Calculate the time difference between Dubai and Brunei. So pretty easy, we just have to find the time in Brunei after the flight. So plus 7.5, that should be. So 6:30 plus 7 and 30, that will be 0, 0, 0. 1 will be here. So this will give me what? So this is evening time, so that should be 18, because 6:30 in the evening will be 18:30. So 18 plus 1 is 19. 19 plus 7 will be 26. So the local time in Brunei is what time? So 26, it means it was 2 a.m. So the time was 2 a.m. in Brunei when the time is 10 p.m. in Dubai. The time difference will be 4 hours. So you take this minus this, you get 4 hours. Okay, now for question number 9, the thickness of an oil film is this much. Express this in standard form, so we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer will be 4.0 times 10 power 6. Now it is centimeter, of course. Now for part B, the oil covers an area of 20 meter square. Calculate the volume of oil in cubic centimeters. So we have to change this one to so basically how to find volume. Volume is area times the thickness, the width. I mean the thickness, let's write thickness. Area is given by this, which is 20 meters square, and this one is given by centimeters. So we have to convert this to meters first. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So to convert centimeters to meters, we have to divide by 100. So you have to divide by 100 here again as well. So it is minus 6, my bad, minus 6, not 6. That will be 4 times 10 power minus 8 for the volume in terms of meter. So in your answer will become this times this will become 80 times 10 power minus 8 meter cube. Now you have to convert this to cubic centimeters. So how do you convert meter cube to cubic centimeters? So as you see here, we have a scale of 1 to 100. So cube will become 1, 2, cube, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So basically to convert meters to cubic, we have to multiply by 1 million. So multiply this by 10 power 6, that will be 80 times 10 power minus 2, which is 0.8. This will be your answer for part 9. Now question number 10, part 1. Find the smallest integer k such that it satisfies this value. So k is equal to what? 36 divided by 7. So divide, if you see what can you have here, you will have 0, 7 times 5 is 35.0, 1 remaining, 1. So k is at least 5.1. So the smallest integer satisfy this one will be k is equal to 6. So more than 5.16. Now for part 2, find the largest integer n that satisfies this. So solve this one. We will have 3n minus 1 less than 26, 3n less than 27, n will be less than 27 divided by 3, which is 9. So n is less than 9. So the largest integer will be less than 9, which is 8. Since we don't have equal here, we cannot take 9. We have to take the one before 9, which is 8. Now question part B. The diagram shows the graph of x equal to 1, y equal to 3. This is y equal to 3. x equal to 1, and then this is y equal to x minus 1. Now the region R is defined by the inequalities x more than 1, y less than 3, and this is more than this. So this is your region R here. Given that point x and y is in the region R, find the integer values of x and y. So the only possible value here is this one. It will be 2, 2. Now for question number 11, solve the simultaneous equation. So we can solve this by two methods. One is elimination and the other one is substitution. So I will do this by substitution. So we have this one. This becomes x 7 over 3y. Now replace this one in this equation. That becomes 12y equal to 5 times x 7 over 3 ry minus 1. So we can simplify, take this one on this side. You will have, so let's first expand the brackets. So we have 12y equal to 35 over 3y minus 1. So times 3 everywhere, you will have 36y becomes 35y minus 3. So it becomes y equal to minus 3. That is your first answer. Now for x will be 7 over 3 times minus 3. That will be minus 7. So your answer here is x equal to minus 7, so that y equal to minus 3. Question number 12, we have part A. A and B are adjacent sides on a regular polygon. So question number 1, we have to calculate the number of sides of the polygon. So we have AB and BC, and this is the interior angle. So since we know the angle already, we can find the number of sides. So pretty easy. So we say that n minus 2 times 180 divided by n is equal to 140. So find the value of n. So cross multiply. You will have n minus 2 180 equal to 140n. So this one cancels. We can divide by 2. You will have 9. N minus 2 becomes 7n. So divide by 2, divide by 2, right? Now we can expand. 9n minus 18 equal to 7n. So 2n equal to 18. N becomes 9. This is the number of sides for this polygon. Now part B, CB and BC are adjacent sides of a congruent regular polygon. Now we have to find the angle ABD. A, B and D. So we have to find this angle. So we have to use this information. It says CB and BD are the other sides of a congruent polygon. Congruent means it is the same polygon, right? It means that this angle here is also 140. So what is this one? Pretty easy. Everything here will be 360. So this one will be 360 minus 140 minus 140. That'll be 0, 2, that'll be 10. So that'll be 16 minus 8, that will be 80. So your answer here will be 80 degrees with this angle here. That is question number 12. Now question number 13, evaluate this one. So 5 power 2 is 25 plus 5 power 0 is 1. So 26 will be your answer. Now simplify. As you can see, the power is negative. We have to flip the inside up and down. So x becomes up and 1 goes down. And this becomes positive. So it becomes x squared. Now for this one, we have to bring this one inside. You will have x power 6 times 1 over 2 becomes x power 3. Now question 14, we have f of x equal to this. Evaluate this. It means we just have to replace the value of x by 5.5. So 5.5 plus 7 is 7, sorry, plus 2 is 7.5. and 2 times 5.5 is 11 minus 1 is 10. So your answer is 75. Now for this one, g of x is this, find g inverse of 5. So first you have to find g inverse. So let y equal to g of x, which is 1 over 3, 2x minus 1. So we take 3 here, we have 3y becomes 2x minus 1. So 2x becomes 3y plus 1. Now x equal to half of 3y plus 1. So from this we have g inverse of x becomes half of 3x plus 1. Now g inverse of 5 become 1 over 2, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1, 16. That will be 8. So your answer is 8. Now question number 15, a cyclist took 30 seconds to ride from A to B. So A was here, B is here, right? The diagram shows the speed time graph for his ride. Question part 1, find the distance between A to B. So A to B is area on the graph. So how do you find this area? So we can break this now into 2 parts. So let's draw a line here. So this first area here will be area of a trapezium. So this side is 20, this side is 10. So first one is half 20 plus 10 times distance in between will be, this is 20, this will be 21. That's the first part. And for this one, the same thing. It will also be area of a trapezium, but in this way, right? So half again. Sum of both sides. This side will be 21 plus this side will be this is 10, 15, 16 times height in between. This will be 10. Okay, so simplify. Here we have 15 times 21 plus, that is 5 times, this is what, 37. So let's solve one by one. So first one, 15 times 21. That will be 150. So that will be 10. That will be 3. So 513. That's the first part. 135 plus this one is 5 times 37. That will be 35. And we have 18. So 185. So now we have to do 315 plus 185. That becomes 0, 1, 0, 1, and your answer is 500 meters for the distance between A and B. Now this one is find his retardation for the final 10 seconds. So retardation is the gradient of the triangle. So here we have a triangle, as you can see. Triangle. The base is 10 seconds and the height is what? So this is 16, this is 21, this is 5. So gradient will be height divided by base. So 5 divided by 10, that will be 0.5 for the retardation. Now question number 16. A prism have a cross section which is a regular hexagon. Okay. How many planes of symmetry does this prism have? So let's say you did not know how does a, like you don't know exactly, you don't know how many lines of symmetry they may have. So you can draw the shape first of the hexagon, and then you can decide how many lines of symmetry they may have. So one will be this way, and one will be this way, one will be this way, this way, and it could be this way and this way. So in total they have 6 lines of symmetry. So this way and this way as well. So 6 lines of symmetry for this regular hexagon. Now for question part B, the length and width of a rectangle are 50. So we have a rectangle here the length is 50 and the width is 15 respectively. Each measurement is correct to the nearest centimeter, so 1 centimeter. So write down the upper bound of the length. So length will be 50 plus minus, take 1 over 2, that becomes 50.5 or 49.5. So upper bound will be 50.5. Now part 2, find the least possible perimeter of the rectangle. So you also have to find the boundaries for this width. 1 over 2, that will be 15.5 and 14.5. Now the least possible value, so we have to take the smallest possible value for each length. So the rectangle will look something like this. This will be 14.5 and this will be 49.5. 49.5, 14.5. So perimeter will be, so add these two, you will have 29, and this two will be 99. That should give you 9 plus 9 is 18, so 8, and 2 plus 9 will be 11, plus 1 will be 12. So 128 will be the least possible perimeter for this shape. Now question number 17, it is given that x equal to 6 is a solution of this equation. Find the value of k. So usually how would you find the value of k? You have to replace x in this. So let's do that. So 6 squared divided by 3 plus k is 0. So 6 squared is 36, divided by 3 will be 12, plus k equal to 0. K will be minus 12. That's the value of k, minus 12. Now for part B, solve this equation. So we have to factorize. So 2y squared is 2y times y. 2 is 2 times 1. For it to be minus 3, has to be minus 4 plus 1. Y becomes minus 1 over 2. Y becomes 2. So this is your answer, minus 1 over 2 and 2. Now question number 18. It says A, B, C, and D are points on the circle with the diameter BD here. So which means this is 90 and this is also 90. Now TD is a tangent at D. So tangent at D. So this will be 90 and this will be 90 as well. With TDA as 36. Part 1, find the angle ADB. So ADB. So this angle here will be 90 minus this. So 90 minus 36. That should give you, we have 8, 10, 4, and 54. So that should give you 54 degrees. Now for part B, find the angle ABD. So ABD. So find this angle. This will be the third angle of the triangle. So 180 minus 90 minus this one, which is 54. That should give you 36. This is 36. And the last one, ACD. So ACD. So find this angle. So this angle will be equal to 36 as well. By theory, so we have the arc AD. This angle is over the arc AD. This angle is also over the arc AD, so they will have to be the same. That will be question 18. Question 19, we have C equal to this. Now calculate C when F equal to minus 4. So C equal to 5 over 9. F is minus 4 minus 32. That becomes 5 over 9 minus 36. 1 minus 4, that will be minus 20. Your answer is minus 20. Now for part B, it's not working out. Now for part B, express F in terms of C. So we have to make F the subject of formula. So we have C equal to 9f minus 32. The cross multiply becomes 9c equal to 5f minus 5 times 32 is what? So 32 times 5, that becomes 10, 60, so 160. So 5f become 9c plus 160. So f becomes 9c plus 160 divided by 5. So this is your answer for part B. So now question number 20. The diagram shows a gauge for measuring the water level in a reservoir. This is the gauge, right? Readings in meters are taken over a period of time as follows for these readings. Okay, part 1. So we first have to rearrange this from lowest to highest. So what is the lowest value? It will be minus 2.3. That's the first one. Next one will be minus 1.6, and then we have, so these two good. Now we have minus 1.2, and then we have minus 0.5, minus 0.4, 0.1, 0.3. Okay. Question part 1. Find the difference in meters between the highest and the lowest level. So highest is 0.3 minus 2.3. That will be 2.6 for the difference. So 2.6 will be the difference between the highest and the lowest. Now find the median of the values. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So median will be half. 7 plus 1, that will be the fourth element. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is your value for your median. So 0 minus 0.5 meters. Now for part C, calculate the mean value. So we have to add everything, divide by 7. So let's do that. So minus 2.3 add this one, that will give you what? So let's do one by one. So that will become minus 3.9. Then add this one, so 1.2, that becomes 1 minus 5.1, and then minus 0.5, so 0.5 minus, that becomes 6, 5, and then minus 0.4, that becomes, so let's go in here, that becomes minus 6.0, and then plus these two, so it's minus 0.6, this one is, if you add those two, becomes 0.4, so you have to add 0.4, that becomes minus 5.6. So the sum of everything becomes minus 5.6, divided by 7 to find the mean, that will be 1 minus 0. So 7 times 8, so this is your answer, minus 0.8 meters for the mean value. That will be question 20. So now question number 21. We have a fair 5-sided spinner is numbered using prime numbers. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. It is fair, so means the chance of landing on one of them will be 1 over 5. Now in a game, players spin it twice and add the two numbers obtained. Twice, okay? Complete this table below. So this will be, you have just to add everything. So 2 plus 3 is what? 5. That will be 7. 2 plus 7 will be 9, and that will be 13. 3 plus 3 is 9, sorry, 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 7 is 10, and that will be 14. So we just have to add everything, so let's do that. That will be 7, 9, 13, 10, 14, and this one will be 11 plus 5, 16, and 7 plus 7 is 14, that will be 18, this is 16, 18, and last one will be 22. So this is your table for the values. This is 6. 6. Okay. Now part 1 is done. Part 2. Find the chance that the total of the two numbers is a prime number. So let's see how many prime numbers we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So 6 numbers will be prime numbers. So 6 numbers over. What are the total possibilities? We have 1, 2, 3, 5. So 5, 25. So the total number of possibilities. So number of prime is 6 over total number of possibilities. We just have to count the number. You will have 25 values here. So divide by 25 for this part A. So 6 over 25. Now part B, a perfect square. Let's count. We have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 5 perfect squares. So 5 over 25. That becomes 1 over 5 for your answer. Now question part B. In another game, player spins it twice and multiply the two numbers obtained. So first one, without drawing another diagram, write down the chance that this product is a prime number. So if you multiply 2, it's pretty easy, because the way to understand this is actually, if you obtain two numbers, let's say you obtain any number, let's say you obtain you can obtain 2, so you can obtain 2 and then you have to multiply by the other number. Let's say you obtain 3, for example. So you always, for this number that you obtain here, let's call it n, it will always be a product of two numbers. So this number cannot be prime. So the chance of it being prime is actually 0 over 25. So 0 is your answer for part B. That's why it's saying write down. It should be pretty easy. That's why your answer is 0 here. Question number 22. A map is drawn using a scale of 1 to 5. So 1 to 5 meters. The position A is shown in the answer space. So this is the position A. Now we have part A. The point B is 70 meters due east of A. So okay. So as you can see, we have to use this scale. So 70 meters will be divided by 5. That should give you how much? 14. Give you 14 centimeters on this scale. So AB is 14. It needs to be due east, so it needs to be at the angle of 90 degrees. It needs to be at 14 from A. So this is the point. So that is your point B. Now question part B. The point C is north of AB. Okay, it will be on top of AB. Okay, and it is equidistant from A and B. So angle BAC is 40. Okay, so part 1, by drawing the lines, find and label point C. So we have to draw first this one. It is equidistant from A and B. It means that it is on the perpendicular bisector of A and B. So let's do that. So we have to go to point B, measure a distance which is more than halfway of AB. You will have one arc here and one arc here. And with the same length, you go to A. You have to intersect the arcs. So one, and the other one will be below. So as you can see, we have 2 points of intersection. So one point is here and one point is here. We have to join them to form the perpendicular bisector of A and B. But the point C will be only above. You just need to draw this line. You just need to draw this one because it just needs to be above A and B for the point C. So point C will be somewhere on this line. Now the angle BAC, so as BAC needs to be 40 degrees. So we have to measure the angle. So measure the angle. BAC is 40, should be on this line. So if you join this line to this, the point will be here. So this is your point C. The point X here will be your point C. Now part 2, find the actual distance between A and C. So A and C. So you measure the distance A and C first. For me, I have about 9 point. So for me, my distance will be 9.2. So it is 9.2 centimeters. You have to find the actual. So you have to do 9.2 times 5. That will be 10, 0. And so 5, 45, 46. So your answer is, for me it's 46. You may have 47 or 45. That is okay as well. Now for part 2, we have to find the size of the reflex angle BAC. State the size of that angle. So BAC. So let's mark this down and see which angle are we looking for. So if this angle here is 40, we're looking for angle BAC for the reflex angle. It will be 360 minus 40. That should be 320. So this is your question number 22. Now question number 23, we have part A. Simplify this one. So first you have to expand the brackets. So we have 3x squared plus 2x minus 4. So let's see what we get. So this one cancels out. It becomes 3x squared minus 4. That's part 1. Now part 2, we have to simplify this one. So for the top, we have x is common. Take out x, we have ax minus x. Sorry, x squared is common. So mistake here. X squared is common. Take out minus x squared. We have a minus 1. And for the base, x is common. We have a minus 1 as well. So these two will be cancelled. And we have x over x becomes x. That is part B. Now, sorry, part 2. Now part B. Factorize this one. 7x squared minus 63. We can take out 7. That will be x squared minus 9. Now you know 9 can also be written as 3 power 2. So we have 7 x squared minus 3 power 2. Now this is in the form of a squared minus b squared. So you know that a squared minus b squared can be factorized as a plus b and a minus b. So in this case, it will be 7x plus 3 x minus 3. So this will be your answer for part B. And that is question 22. Question number 24, we have part A. Under the transformation T, the origin is invariant. Great. Now T maps this point onto this point and this point onto this point. So you have to draw this axis and have a look. This is the point 1, 0. It became 2, 0. And this was the point 01. It became the point 02. So it means that the matrix that we have here is actually just, so this one is 2, 0, and 0, 2. So here we have to know, we have to recognize this matrix. So anything in the form of k, 0, 0, k, it tells you that this is the enlargement matrix with the scale factor k. So this is enlargement. Scale factor is 2 and the center is 0, 0. That's the origin. That was part 1. Now part B, we have two shapes, A and B. Now it says shape B is mapped onto shape C by a rotation center 83 through 90 degrees clockwise. Draw shape C on the diagram. So I don't like to draw directly. What I like to do is I like to use matrix. So I know that my answer will be exactly correct. I don't have to test. I just have to use matrix and I know it is good. So what I do is I first label those points. This is point A, point B, point C, and point D. So what are the points of my shape B? So first one is A, which is 4, 1. And B will be 5, 1. C is 8, 2. And D will be 7, 2. So this is the point of my shape B. Now, since the center is not 0, 0, I have to minus the center 8, 3 from every point. So let's do that. That becomes, so 4 minus 8 will be minus 4, 5 minus 8 minus 3, 0 minus 1. Now 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1. So we have to use this one, and then we know that if you do matrix times object, you have image. So what is the matrix that represents a rotation clockwise 90? So we have to use a trick to, if you know this, that is good, but if you don't know, you can use a trick. So you first draw your axis. The first one is 1, 0, and this is the 2 points that we look at all the time for transformation. So these 2 points, this is the first point you look at, and this is the second point you look at. So it says 90 degrees clockwise, so if you were to rotate this one 90 clockwise, this one will be going to this point. This is the point, 0 minus 1. So you would say the matrix, the first point becomes 0 minus 1. And this one clockwise 90 becomes 1, 0. So this is the matrix representing a rotation of 90 clockwise. So we use this. So 0 minus 1, 1, 0 times the object to find the image. Minus 1, minus 1. So this becomes minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1. Become 4, 3, 0, 1. Now we have the image, but we have to add back the center. So plus center 8, 3 to each and every of them. So the final points will be, so minus 2 plus 8, that will be 6, 6, 7, 7. 4 plus 3 will be 7. So here we have, did I made a, yeah, it's fine. I thought I made a mistake, but that's okay. So this one is what, 3 plus 3 will be 6. 0 plus 3 is 3, 4. Okay, so this will be the image of my matrix transformation. So let's write this down. First point is 6, 7. 6, 7 will be here. Second point is 6, 6. 6, 6 will be here. Then we have 7, 3 will be here. And we have 7, 4 will be right here. So let's join those points to have the transformation. Okay, that's it. That's the image, and let's call this the shape C. Okay, that's my answer for part 1. Now for part 2, describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. So as you observe, A has been, as you can see, it is kind of stretched. So you have two options here. It can be a stretch or it can be a shear factor. So this one you test, you try out from experience, you will see that this one is actually a shear. So you count. So this point, from this point, 1, 2, that's the distance from the y-axis. And then this one became this point, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from 2 to become 6, it is a factor of 3. You can test again. This point became this, so that will be 1, but it moved 1, 2, 3. So this one again, we have 1, 2. It moved by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a shear factor of 3. So this one will be a shear factor. So you say it is a shear factor no, sorry, it is a shear with shear factor 3, as you have seen here, and x-axis the invariant line. So this one, the only way to know is to test, because this shows to be like a stretch, but you have two options. One, sometime you have to count here, so this is this point 1, and then it moves by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but it is not consistent. So in that case, the stretch will not be a good transformation for this two. So you have to test. This will be actually a shear factor. That is question number 24. Question number 25, the diagram shows the point A, B, and D. Now, part 1, find the coordinates of the midpoint of A, B. So pretty easy. We have to add x1 plus x2, 5 by 2. Then we have to y1 plus x2, y2, divided by 2 will be 4. That will be your midpoint of AB. Calculate the length of AB, so we have to use the formula square root of, so y2 minus y1, that will be 4 square plus 3 square becomes 16 plus 9 becomes 25, so it becomes 5. That's the length of AB. Now find the gradient. Same thing, use the formula, so y2 minus y1, so y2 is 6 minus 2 over 4 minus 1, that becomes 4 divided by 3. That is the gradient. So find the equation of line. So we know this one, we can use the point. Let's use the point 1, 2. So y minus 2 over x minus 1 becomes 4 over 3. So cross multiply, that becomes minus 6 minus 4. So 3y becomes 4x plus 2. This will be the equation of line AB. So now we have this one. It says the triangle ABC has a line of symmetry at this point at x equal to 4. It means that this is their line of symmetry. For triangle is AB, C will be somewhere over here. Right, this is somewhere over here, that point C. Now we have to find the coordinates of C. Pretty easy. So this is 4. This is the midpoint of A and C. So if this is 4, this is what? This is 1. So this is 2, 3, 4. The unit is 3. It has to be 3 as well. So 4, 5, 6, 7. It needs to be 7, 7, and the same height as this will be 2. So C will be 7, 2. Now for the last part, find the value of cosine DAB. Cosine DAB. So DAB, how would you find that? So you would connect these two. So DAB is this angle. We know the length of AB is equal to 5. And this angle, we know the base. So we'll take this triangle here, the small one. So what is let's call this alpha. So what is the cosine of alpha? It will be the adjacent side, which is 3 over 5. Now what is this angle here? It is just cos of 180 minus alpha. So as you know, if for the quadrant, if the value is here, cos will be negative, so it will be minus 3 over 5. So that will be your answer for this one, minus 3 over 5. That is the question 25. That was the last question. If you guys have any comments, any requests, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. I will see you soon.